Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. So this is, of course, How to Get Away with Murder, Season 3, Episode 11. Not everything's about Annalise. The episode starts off with Frank, and he's at the jail trying to convince the police that he's the one that killed Wes. Um, he's trying to pin it all on himself so that he can get Annalise out of jail. At least that's how we're all looking at it, because we're like, Annalise is woken up in the middle of the night and they're like, yeah, you need to get out. I mean, you need to go and get ready. So they bring her to the police station, and then they tell her that, Frank is essentially trying to go and say that he's the one that did it. So you're free to go, but not really. Frank is trying to tell the police and convince them that he killed Wes. He did it because of love. Not love for Wes, obviously, but love for Laurel. He killed Annalise because he found out. He killed Wes because he found out that Wes and Laurel were in a relationship, and also that Laurel was pregnant. And he's trying to use the evidence of the fact that Wes got in his car to fuel that. When Wes got in his car, what actually happened is they had kind of a pseudo quick conversation. The conversation kind of focused around the fact that he was just like, look, I know what's going on. I know that you and Laurel are a thing. Um, Here's how this actually works. Wes said, hold up. I know that you're not going to really do anything to me because I know that Annalise loves me. Annalise loves me more than she loves you. And that's the real issue. You're upset that Annalise loves me more than she loves you. And you're just hurt because you're looking at this like, why do I do all this stuff for her? And yet it's never enough. Now, Annalise, the police are trying to talk to her. And she says, hold up. I am a lawyer. I'm not going to speak, I'm not going to do anything unless you tell me that my lawyer is coming. Where's my lawyer? Why isn't she here? So they keep calling Bonnie, and Bonnie finally calls them back, and they let her know that Annalise is, downtown. She needs to come so that they can go and speak and try and get the ball rolling. They look at the security tapes because right now they're not convinced. They're not convinced that Frank did it. And Frank says, hold up. You have cameras outside the station, right? They'll go and confirm the fact that Wes got in my car. I'm thinking, okay. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but we'll see. And they see the tapes. They see Wes get in his car. And they see him basically kind of look at the security tapes like, I know what I'm doing. And that was enough for them to go and be like, all right, he did it. Yep, he did it. Yep, he did it. So why don't we just go and arrest him? At this time, Bonnie comes to the station. So he's just like, Bonnie, tell Annalise I'm sorry. Because she was like, wait a minute, Frank? Frank, what's going on? So I was like, Bonnie, I'm sorry. I did it. I killed Wes. I killed Wes. We're looking at Frank like, come on, Frank, you have to do a lot better than that to convince any of us. Um, Now, at the school, we have the principal. She's speaking to Connor, Michaela, and Asher. And, she also has a lawyer there present with her. Michaela says, hold up. What's going on here? Annalise essentially made this school and made their criminal law department. So how I see it is she's on the stand right now. You're trying to distance yourselves, and you're trying to use us as scapegoats. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not the day after that. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to go and still support our teacher. You're going to go and actually gain some bones and gain some confidence and not just back out because things got tough because you were told to back off. You're told not to help her. You're told not to support her. No, it's not going to happen. Of course, there's a huge issue of right now her bail. She's not allowed to leave on bail because they still need to go and find enough evidence on Frank to ensure that, oh yeah, You did do this. Until that happens, Annalise can't go anywhere. Um, we have, what was her name? Sinclair? Is, is Sinclair the one that Nate used to date? I don't know. Anyway. So the black female attorney, her name might be Sinclair, she's irritated, she's irked because they're saying, yeah, this video doesn't prove anything. This video is nowhere near enough information for us to go and confidently say, yes, it was Nate. I mean, it was Frank, and Frank was the main person, and Annalise was innocent. Because remember, this woman's apartment's the one that charged Annalise. So they're going to be made to look like fools if this. It's just all so messed up and contrived. But we have Nate who comes into the fray, and now they want to use Nate. It's just like, Nate, you do your job. We need to go and get evidence against Frank or confirm his story or to go and break up his story. He goes to Laurel, and he tells Laurel right now Nate went and confessed and said that he did it. But I don't think that he necessarily did it. I need to go and figure out if he really did or not. Laurel, did Nate know that you were pregnant? Did Nate know that you were pregnant before the fire started or after the fire started? Because of course, that's, the main piece of evidence that they use right now to say, oh, it was a crime of passion, if that was the case. Laurel has this look of, because even though she's still kind of out of it, she's coherent enough to realize something's not right here. Something's not right here. I need to do whatever I can to make sure I don't tell this guy anything. So it's just like, I'm not feeling well, and no, you need to leave. You need to leave. So Nate leaves because Nate realizes, okay, something's not right with this story. Nate's trying to go and also tell Laurel that, that Wes died. He died before the fire. He died before the fire, even though the autopsy, the second one, said no, he actually died due to the fire, the smoke inhalation in the fire. It's just a lot going on. Like, so did he or did he not? I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing. I don't know who's lying. I don't know who's telling the truth. Anyway, Laurel goes and calls. She probably, I think, Bonnie of all people, either Bonnie or Michaela, to let her know, yeah, Nate was here, and I don't think he's on our side. He essentially is kind of asking us, what's going on. I mean, asking me about Frank and corroborating the story. Did Frank go and say that he killed Wes? It's just like, oh God, this is too much. This is too much. Now, we also noticed that Maggie notices that Nate was there. So that's going to be a part of the storyline as well. Bonnie is just over it because, part of the King Five, they're there and they're trying to figure out, all right, what's the game plan? We have Connor, who's still being Connor, and saying how, maybe we should just all go to jail. Connor admits that he told Oliver, confirmed to Oliver that yes, they killed Sam. He's like, why? And Connor's response at this point was, you know what? Why not? Why not? We're already screwed, so I might as well go and tell him the full details. He's already in it. He might as well be deep in it. And they're like, you know what? I'm done with you. Michaela's like, we need to have a conversation with him so that we can confirm that he's not going to go to the police or do anything stupid. Bonnie says, I can't have you fighting. This is really bad. This situation is really bad. I need all hands on deck. I need everyone's help. I can't have all the squabbling. I really need you guys, and I hate the fact that that's the case. I hate it. Annalise hates it. But it is what it is. We can't protect you. We need to all stand together or else this isn't going to work. Annalise is in jail, and her younger bunkmate finds out that she was the professor that killed the black boy. At least that's how it's being presented, and she's over it. It's like, how dare you? You went and you killed this black man. You killed this black man. The police are killing our black boys, and you went and you killed this black man. She's the younger bunkmate's mother, so that's probably also why she feels a certain way. We don't know what she went into jail for, but everyone has something to where they're like, even though I'm bad because of this, or whether they really did or not, at least I didn't do that. At least I didn't do this. So her older bunkmate is trying to say back off, but it's like, no. She's in here. She has her weave. She thinks she's this and that. She thinks she's bad and bougie. But the reality is, she's not anything better than us. Heck, she might be worse. Maggie goes and gives Laurel some Jello and just wants to talk to Laurel and say, how's everything going? How's the case going? Have people come to visit you regarding the case? And Laurel, it's light bulbs. They flash in her mind, and it tells her, wait a minute, why does she want to know? Why does she want to know? I don't understand it. And it's very infuriating. Laurel realizes, you know what? I don't know whose side Maggie's on, because Maggie's saying, I feel like I saw that guy. Yeah, that guy, yeah, Frank. And not Frank, Nate. Yeah, what was he doing here? What was he doing here? What did he want? Do you need anything? I'm here for you. I'm looking at this like, look. And Laurel said it best. This is a serious case going on right now. I don't feel comfortable speaking without my lawyer present. I understand that you're a nice person and all, but I can't trust and break confidentiality. I can't talk about legal matters with you. I'm sorry. We're not really friends. Maybe if Wes was still alive, things could have been smoothed over and things could have been different. But that's not the case. I'm thinking, wait a minute. You're the reason why Wes left her for you. Essentially, you're the main. Now we're finding out, because you two had this big love story in the background. You're part of the reason why Wes left her, and left her quickly for you. So Maggie, I kind of feel bad for her, but I also don't fully trust her. I don't know if she'll flip. I feel like she could be loyal if you give her the chance and opportunity, but they did a lot of bad things. This isn't a situation where they just did one or two. Michaela's talking to Oliver, and she's threatening him. Michaela's threatening him and essentially saying, you know what, we know. So cut the mess. We know that you did it. I mean, we know that you know, and we need you to hold the secret. And Connor keeps trying to interrupt. She says, no, here's how this works. All of our lives are on the line. This is because of you. You opened your mouth and confirmed. I'm thinking, whoa, you kind of sound like a country version of Annalise. Michaela was giving me a country version of Annalise when she was upset. And she had that look of, I'll stab you right now. This is not a game. This is my life. This is your life. This is all our lives. This is not a game. So I'm going to say this again. Anyway, hi pal, hi friend. So we need you to hack the DA office. We need you to do that. You know everything, and now we have to trust you. And this is not how we really wanted it. We wanted you to be untainted, but you said you wanted to be a part of the crew. You can't back out now. Can you do that for us? Because there is no other option. There is no other option. The DA office, they're talking with the other law enforcement, and the issue at hand is the evidence. One side feels like the evidence is strong enough to convict Frank. The other side feels like, no, it's not strong enough. It still seems weak. Give us a little bit of time. Nate comes in, and she's like, do you have anything? Do you have anything? No, I don't have anything. What? No, she figured it out. She figured it out while I was there, because Nate really didn't want to go and pry information out of this girl. He really didn't. Because Nate is just, I forgot to mention that he told Laurel, when you're done protecting Annalise, because I know you're scared, when you're done protecting her, then maybe we can talk. Frank is trying to figure out, okay, so why have I not been convicted? At this point, I've said my piece, so can I leave or can't I? And Nate wanted to go and interrogate Frank. He's like, I can get information out of him. She said, no, let me do it. Guess what? She tried to do it, and Frank put in that roadblock of, nope, you will not pass go. I'm sorry to say that you thought that you could, but you can't. It's not going to happen. Annalise is having trouble in jail. She is fresh meat, fresh fish, as someone said. They're like, where's my fresh fish go? Fish. And what's going on is because she's fresh meat, they're looking at her as prime real estate, as the ultimate target, the ultimate conquest, and they know what she did. You know, her cellmate was telling people what she did. So now, like, oh, you're in here with this weave, and you think you bad and bougie, and you think everything's great, and everything's wonderful, and everything should go your way because you're a high-powered attorney. Well, you're here with us now, and it's our rules, it's our game plan. And even though her older bunkmate, you know, is trying to help her out, Annalise, you know, she finally breaks. She finally loses her cool. She's like, don't, no, 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 no. Try me, try me. Look at Annalise. What is that supposed to do? Do you see these women? These women look like they can take a hit. They look like they can take a hit. And here you are like, no, leave me alone, because she's in the shower and, you know, she doesn't want to show herself to the other ladies. So she runs out, and her older bunkmate's just like, Lord Jesus, y'all need to chill out, because you know I don't play. You know I don't play. I'm like, okay, how long has she been here? Because they clearly respect her. Why? Because she has razors. She has razors. She was trying to give Annalise a razor, and Annalise had a visitor. It was Bonnie. Bonnie's saying, well, actually, sorry, not Bonnie, the principal. The principal wanted to go and check up on Annalise, and it was a real checkup. We know this principal seems like she admires Annalise, possibly is infatuated to the point of something else could have maybe popped off if Annalise never went to jail. But Annalise is like, no, I'm fine. She's like, I know you're not. And no, she said, I know you are. So I'm like, come on, girl. You see Annalise right now. I know you're trying to give her a pep talk, but she knows she's screwed. At least she feels like she knows she's screwed, that this place is a terror. But it was nice because I really think, or I know some people are conspiracy theorists through and through, so they don't believe anything. I really think that maybe she just likes Annalise and wants to have her back, and if things were different, heck, she probably could have been the new Eve. Because Annalise doesn't have an Eve right now. Bonnie's trying to fill that void, kind of be the Frank, kind of be the Bond, to kind of be everyone for Annalise right now. And it's not working. The Keen Five's down by one person. They're being charged because that one person's dead. Oliver and Connor talk, and no, I'm sorry. Oliver's still there, and they're just waiting for his hacking to come to fruition. It's not going through right now. Well, it is going through, but it's taking time. And Connor's talking to him. Asher's talking to him. It's just like, hey, buddy, you know we could, right? No, I'm sorry that you're part of this, but you are. You need to get over this. Yeah, the computer boots up, and they find out that Annalise is screwed. Annalise is screwed. They're not going after her just because of the West thing. They're going after her because of the Sam case, because of the Lila case, because of the cheerleader who died case. They're going after her for every single case. The when Caleb was killed or killed himself, all of them. She's being charged with everything. Not right now, but that's the evidence that they're going to use against her. That's why they're really trying to go after her, because they're like, oh, this is our best opportunity. Someone died, and now we can pin it on her, and even if that one doesn't stick, we still have these other ones. And that's when Bonnie comes like, okay, what's that look for? So did you find anything out? Are we good? No, we're not. Nate is talking to Frank, and Frank is just saying how he knows that you're trying to do this to protect Annalise, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work, not this time, and you need to figure something out fast, because Annalise is going to take you down. I understand. She told me a little bit about your situation, so you feel guilty. You feel like you need to redeem yourself. I don't think you need to do all that. My personal opinion is you need to just cut Annalise loose. You need to get a fresh start, as much of a fresh start as you can, and then move on from there. Frager's like, yo, I know you, but I don't know you. So that's all, buddy. You done talking? Because I did it. I killed him. He was going with my girl, or at least I still saw her as my girl. You understand. It is what it is. It's like, okay, so we can't talk. You were talking. I was the one talking. Now, what's left of the King Five is at the hospital because they want to talk to Laurel and fill her in. Laurel lets them know that Nate was there to try and get information out of her. Of course, she says she didn't give anything up. They fill Laurel in, saying that, of course, Frank right now is held in custody, as well as Annalise. She's there too because they have more information on Annalise than they even realize. They're going to go and try to throw everything at her and just see what sticks. I mean, they know everything, Laurel. We're pretty much screwed. Oliver's a part of the team. He knows everything as well because of Connor. So we're just going to have to go with it. Connor has always irked me. I know some people liked him in the beginning, but I already saw where his character is going to develop into. So, Connor always irked me. He just really always irked me. But anyway. Annalise is dealing with the Black DA, and she's showing Annalise all these pictures of Wes and saying how, we know you did it. We know you did it. We know you did this and more. And the most hurtful part is this kid was an orphan. He didn't have a mother. And he's looked at you like a mother figure. And you went and killed him. Why did you possibly go and do something like that? Why would you do something like that to him? And that was it. Annalise couldn't take it. She saw Wes when he initially died. But then to see the full autopsy and in her mental state, she snapped. She was just like, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! I'm like, oh crap. Oh no. Oh no! Annalise, no! Annalise, no! She was ready to jump over that table. Like, see, you think I'm a problem. Oh, trust. It can get a whole lot worse. Like, oh, Annalise, just stop. Just stop. Because Bonnie was doing her best to try and stop this from happening. But, you know, Bonnie isn't as forceful, so that wasn't going to stop. And the other woman was on a mission. They're like, nope, no bail hearing. Annalise stays in jail. Bonnie comes back to the hospital, and everyone's watching the Golden Girls. I was like, that was a good episode, too, of the Golden Girls. Just letting them know, sorry, but we're pretty much screwed, and I need to talk to Laurel. Why? Because I need to, work a story with her. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you don't need to know full details. Annalise goes and takes the razor from her, the older bunkmate, and says, you know what, I need it. Why do you need it? Ooh, are you going to hurt yourself? And her younger one was just like, ooh, is that for me? Is that sideways for me? No, don't worry about it. So she cuts out her hair. She cuts out a portion of it, but we're going to see that she cuts out all of it. Because remember, she's still in there with that weave. I called it a wig before, but it was a weave. Because we saw it when she got the sewing done. Simple facts like that, people sometimes will harp on. I'm just like, really? Not you guys are great, but I feel like someone's like, it wasn't a wig, it was a weave. So, just in case everyone felt that way, now I'm going in correcting that. Michaela, Asher, he was trying to go and be his usual Asher self. It's like, oh, Mamacita, I want to go and give you something nice for doing something for all of us. And she's like, no, I can't do this right now. He said, look, I really appreciate and respect you. You are a strong black woman today, and that was hot. And you were strong for all of us when we couldn't be strong for ourselves, so thank you. And I was like, oh, Asher. Oh, and then he went and gave her a back rub and was on top of her to do it. We're like, oh, dang it. It's just, it's like, I appreciate their love or whatever, but the physical aspect of it grosses me out. I don't know why. It's because it's the two of them. Like even Michaela and Caleb, I was like, oh, that's a nice couple, even though I know he's crazy. But she is too, so maybe that actually would have worked. Anyway, Connor and Oliver, they come to a general agreement of, we're going to be friends, we like each other, and we need to support each other. And Oliver needs Connor right now. Like, oh God, Oliver, you and all this neediness. Because Connor was apologizing and saying sorry for roping him in on this. But Oliver wanted to know Connor, so don't worry about it. You are who you are. Oliver knew it. Case Sirach. The police go to interrogate Laurel. And Laurel, she sends them on a wild goose chase. She lets them know, oh, so Frank? Yeah, I told Frank a week ago that I was pregnant and that it was Wes's. Frank wasn't too happy about that. And, they were trying to ask her certain probing questions, but then she flipped it, because remember, she's a lawyer too. She flipped it and said, no, you know what? And there's another thing. Frank was saying how he wanted to make sure he was there at the house. Yeah, he was downstairs. I remember seeing him walk out of the basement door. Yeah, he walked or ran out, and it was right before the house blew up. Because I didn't understand why he was there, and so essentially that story was supposed to go and confirm what Laurel said, and she was crying. She was putting on a great show. I.e., they probably took her off that medication so that she could feel all that pain, so those tears could come out naturally. Um, Now Frank is being charged, and Frank is so happy. We see, though, that in the flashback, Wes did leave the car. Because Frank's just like, no, yeah, I'm not going to kill you. I did kill your father, though. Because Wes was like, I know that Rebecca is dead. Did you do it? Did you do it? No, I didn't do it. Did you do it? Did you do it? No, I didn't do it. Because when, what's his name? Oliver pulled up all the stuff that they have on Annalise, Rebecca's case came up, and they're like, did Frank do it? Did Frank do it? No, Frank didn't do it. Because remember, Bonnie did it. But they can't have Bonnie look like a killer too. So I feel like that one's going to be taken to their grave. Frank, even though he's officially charged, it doesn't matter because the black DA just feels like, you know what? I know this isn't right. I know it's not right. But it's not over for Annalise either. It's not over for Annalise either. So we're going to go and figure it out. Nate was trying to let me know, look, something's off here. Because Frank's saying that he did it, but Wes died before the fire. No, Wes didn't die before the fire. That was just the initial report. So, no. Did you tamper with the initial report just to make sure that Annalise went to jail? No, of course not. I'm thinking someone did. Someone did. There's something wrong. There's a huge difference between dying from smoke inhalation and dying before the fire was started. There's a huge difference. So that's why I'm still looking at that as someone needs to clear that up for me, because I'm like, Frank, I don't believe it. We're the Mahoneys. Like, why? What is all this? Anyway, Bonnie goes to tell Annalise, which, as we see, she has her corn rolls in because she took out her sewing, her weave, to let her know, look, Frank was arrested, but you can't leave because now they're paying him as a co-conspirator to this case. Bonnie, in the last flashback scene, Bonnie actually called up Frank, and no, Frank called up Bonnie. He's just like, look, Wes left, and what do you want me to do? Just follow him. Don't do anything to him. Frank, you hear me? Don't do anything to him. Just follow him. Just like, oh, okay. So I'm wondering, did they go and delete that information from the security tapes of Frank going, Wes leaving Frank's car and all that? Or maybe it's like that's better proof for the story of, you see, I was the last one that was telling Wes, at least to your knowledge. Either way, please like, comment, subscribe. I have to be honest, there's so many ways that they can go with this, so that's why I'm not completely sure what they're going to do. Let me know